need right now are real economic solutions like a 10% flat tax, like getting the federal government out of the way and out of our lives, because believe me, driving a smart car to save the polar bears is not what's going to get this economy back on track.
Ms. Giffords, 2 minutes.
Last week at the University of Arizona, we had the director of a program that I was very proud to help sponsor and to help pass into law called ARPA-E. People remember back in 1958 with the creation of DARPA, the revolutionary technology that came from funding innovative defense projects. We took that model and we created one for energy. And the director came out and he gave a great presentation. One of the things he showed was a global population slide. We don't have that much population in the United States, frankly. Then he showed a slide of where, like, you've probably seen this, the night sky. You look over the planet and you see where all the lights are and the population. Then he overlaid the two. And the most populous parts of the world really don't have a lot of energy right now. But their economies are improving, they will continue to grow, and if we in southern Arizona can take advantage of this new energy economy, thousands and thousands of jobs will be created. We've already created several thousand jobs with the solar economy. Cap and trade is a free market approach to contamination. It basically limits the amount of contamination that can be put into the air and then creates a trading credit system that is free market. With that program, it has not passed yet, but with that program, Arizona, home of the most incredible amount of renewable energy, the sun. We have more sunshine in Arizona than any other state in the country. The world leader in terms of renewable energy is the country of Germany right now, and Germany has as much sunshine as Anchorage, Alaska. This is why I've pushed so hard for solar energy jobs. We've got manufacturing now in southern Arizona. We've, in Pima County, had more installation in the first 6 months of this year than the entire previous 10 years. Davis-Monthan is the #1 DOD solar installation in the country now, with over 20 megawatts of solar energy.
Only in Washington would the government taking over the energy sector be considered a free market solution to the problem. Again, we're back to the Jimmy Carter philosophy of let's not drill for oil, build nuclear plants, embrace our natural gas reserves, full reserves. No, you just put on a sweater. And once again, we hear about what other countries are doing, how this country uses less energy than us, and that once again, America should become poor in favor of other nations. The world is safer and better when America is strong and free. And we will all be strong and free with the government delaying on our time.
Thank you. This next question dovetails into that cap and trade question. Of course, there is a national discussion about energy and energy independence. What do you favor to make that happen? And that question goes to Ms. Giffords.
Well, I talked about Dr. Majumdar, who was in the University of Arizona giving a presentation. And another couple of facts which are really important to understand. The United States of America, we spend over $1 billion a day importing oil from foreign countries, mostly hostile to the United States. In fact, last year we spent $460 billion importing oil from Saudi Arabia, from Venezuela, from countries that want to do us harm. It is not good for our national security to be so dependent on foreign countries. We understand that. We get that, we understand that. That means that we have to figure out how we increase the resources here and frankly just use less. And with energy efficiency, we're finding ways to be able to do that. In terms of national security, looking at what happens with the supply lines, you think of the hundreds of soldiers who have lost their lives on fuel convoys. It's really critical, and the Department of Defense understands this. It's critical that we figure out how to create clean burning, renewable energy that we're able to produce on site. This is why the Department of Energy has an initiative of achieving 25% of their energy by 2025. And they are ahead of where they need to be. That is why Fort Huachuca is building so much in terms of renewable energy, both solar and wind. General Custer, I heard him say it himself, he wants to completely get off the grid. Davis-Monthan Air Force, already in the process of becoming the largest solar installation, beating out Luke Air Force Base and Nellis Air Force Base. We have this God-given resource. It's going to help create jobs, it's going to keep our soldiers safer, and it's going to make sure that our country is not continuing to be dependent on foreign, hostile, other nations.
The best way out foreign oil is domestic oil. Yeah. And three alternatives we could dig into right away are light crude, medium crude, and heavy crude. We already have the oil wells in place. We don't even need to drill new ones, untap the ones we have. Again, stop letting radical environmentalism run our government. We have endless coal supplies in this country. Natural gas, the technology already exists to run 40% of this country on nuclear power. But no, instead we're told that if you just put a solar panel on your car and a windmill on your hat, that all will be well. Well, we pay such artificially high prices for energy in this country because of the government's policies. It's frightening. There's a reason your power bill continues to go up. There's a reason the cost of fuel continues to go up. And once again, we have this big government mindset of when there's too little energy, when energy runs out, you should just use less of it instead of getting more of it. Get the government out of the way, let the energy sector produce the way they do, and our power costs will go down, our gasoline costs will go down. The technology's right there in front of us. Is solar probably something we're going to use in the future? You bet. But the truth of the matter is, right now, to power the state of Arizona, you need to cover the state of California in solar panels. That's simply not realistic. There is technology available for us right now to use. Stop letting the Department of No Energy and the Sierra Club set our energy policy in this country, and let's start embracing all the vast sums of oil we have now. Instead, we have a president that blocks oil drilling in the Gulf and then sends $2 billion to Brazil so they can drill for oil.
Ms. Giffords, your chance to rebut on the question.
Arizona has no oil. We've got the sun. And that's what's so phenomenal about real economic opportunities. The research shows that if we here in Arizona, we could create 100 by 100 square mile area using modern technology, not future technology, but panels that we currently make and produce, have enough energy to power the entire United States of America. That's how much sun we have. You know, we can talk about Texas or other areas, but I'm focused on southern Arizona and jobs right here.
Yeah, good question for you.
Okay.
All of them have good questions, haven't they? Has there been too much or too little regulation of Wall Street? And what should the federal government's role be in this area?
There's been way too much. It's not an accident that the three portions of our economy that fail were the auto, the energy, and the housing sector. Those are the three most heavily regulated portions of our society. And I'm sorry, with our economy and the condition that it's in, I don't